Hope all is going well for you during this crazy time these last few months have been. Together, we will get through it all. Amber and I were talking yesterday, about this roller coaster we've been on. There were a few days there in April that we wondered if anyone was going to buy a home. But we learned quickly we are blessed to be in Texas, and even within Texas, very blessed to be in San Antonio. So couldn't be more proud to be from San Antonio right now. Today, I'm honored to introduce Erin Cestero. Erin is the San Antonio Division President at JB Goodwin Realtors. It was during Erin's time of purchasing her own home that she realized how rewarding a career in real estate could be. With a background in business marketing and sales, Erin was one of the founding agents of the U.S. Military on the Move program. Erin has also been recognized for her success with corporate relocation as one of the top 20 luxury realtors in the city by the San Antonio Business Journal. Welcome, Erin Cestero, this morning.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. Just pony off of what Brian said, a big thank you to the PT50 team for adapting to these unique times and allowing us to still hold this event. It is one that I look forward to every year, so I'm really excited to be a part of it. And with that, I believe I am ready to go. All right, first slide. I remember a point in my career where I found myself actually on Amazon searching for passenger seat desk systems. Yes, I was spending so much time in my car driving around town that I thought it would be helpful to have a built-in desk. Probably would have been better off with a setup like this so I could sneak in a nap as well. Trying to get from Stone Oak to Alamo Ranch at 5 p.m., it's a challenge. I realized there had to be a better way. I found myself making the same mistakes that so many realtors make. Every time I sold a listing, I was sending out those just sold postcards, hoping that my smiling face would elicit a response that somebody else would want to list their home in that same neighborhood. Don't get me wrong, that works on occasion, but it can also lead to this vicious cycle of doing business all over town and having to spend extra time doing market work to figure out where I'm working because I haven't worked there before. It's a big city. So I said there has to be a better way. Geofarming or geographic farming was my answer to that. Geofarming is the concept of building an area that through continuous marketing touches, you build a brand as a likable and professional real estate option. Now, it doesn't happen overnight. That's why it's called geofarming, or well, is it farmers? Farmers have to work day to day at their efforts. They don't just throw a seed in and harvest the next day. So this is something that I encourage you to begin today and then plan on following through for the entirety of your real estate career. The first thing for planning your geofarm is realizing basic marketing 101, which means in order for somebody to start recognizing you, you have to touch them 3 times. Yes, chuckle. I can't hear you chuckling, but I know I just said a funny thing. However, I probably couldn't get away with calling this presentation Get Out and Touch People, especially in COVID times. So we're going to stick with my geofarming theme. Concept of geofarming. First, you need to select your geofarm area. For most people, the area in which you live is best. Think about all the built-in knowledge you already have. You know the streets, you know the schools. You also have the ability to have natural touches with your sphere, walking the dog, dropping the kids off at school. So that tends to be your natural selection. If you're not going to choose your own subdivision, select a subdivision that you can easily gain knowledge in and spend time in. And I would recommend a subdivision with at least a 6% turnover rate. Next, you have to set your budget. You're going to analyze both your personal budget as well as your company contributions. For instance, at JB Goodwin Realtors, my team members get credits for doing open houses and having listings. And I actually encourage them to redirect the majority of those funds to their geofarming efforts. Save a little bit for keeping in contact with your A+ referral folks, those people that send you business on a regular basis, but the rest should go to your geofarming efforts. Next, make a plan. It doesn't happen if you don't plan for it. Grab an annual calendar and start marketing out those seed plants for connecting with the community. Plan at least 1 notable touch per month. Rotate between those that are automated and those that take a little bit more effort. Don't plan those huge projects in the time of year that you know you're already going to be busy. Focus on automation at that time. And think about touches that are going to speak to different generations, to different demographics, so rotating between social media, print, and those details. Incorporate your geofarm contacts into your database. I recommend for my team putting those individuals, we can either use our own farming tool or we can call on one of our favorite title companies. I have Old Republic Titles program here, ProFarm, where you can actually download all of the names, addresses, telephone numbers, and email addresses for everybody into your geofarm. Pull all that contact information and you can import it right into your database. And then once you've done that, you have those contacts in your database, let your CRM do some of the heavy lifting for you. That CRM can start sending additional touches. Now, I wouldn't plan emails as quality touches on your geofarm calendar. These are just additional touches that will make your brand build quicker, additional recognition, and focus on quality contract when you're doing that. But that CRM will help you automate. We send out monthly e-newsletters and marketing updates. You don't want to be this guy when you're scheduling and planning your touches, constantly filling your geofarm contacts email with spam is just going to create frustration. Remember, we're trying to create a likable presence in the area, and this guy isn't doing that. So think about quality touches. My team filters our whole geofarm for those people who have not yet filed their homestead exemption and sends that information to only those who can benefit from it. Along with automation, we have to build in really personal quality touches. A few examples: put American flags out lining the streets of your subdivision on the 4th of July. Leave a bucket of tennis balls on National Dog Day with your contact information at the mailboxes. Sponsor free coffee at the annual garage sale. These are touches that take a little bit more time, so we're planning those maybe not at the busiest time of year, but we're going to stay on top of those. That was a lot of work. So again, my next month, I'm going to focus on some automation here. We use Quantum Digital. It's a great program that we can, on the first of the year, set up those months that we want to have easy touches with mail outs. Set it up once, we never have to think about it again. And I would encourage you to use mail outs that have a call to action. Quantum Digital has features for capturing people's contact information and sending it to you as a lead. When you do business with branding in mind. When you're meeting with local businesses, ask them to leave your contact information so people can see it when they visit. When you're holding an open house, go big. Drop off mailers, drop off door hangers with your branding information to all of the neighbors. Make sure your open house signs have your name on it. It's simple, but those are touches that people start to see your name and you build that local brand and you are their local expert. All right, that's a lot of information I jammed into a few slides. My big point here is to remember we have so many amazing resources in our industry. So reach out to your colleagues, plan a session. My team gets together on a regular basis and we brainstorm upcoming events, so we're not reinventing the wheel and we can all plan this out together. Once you've spent all of this time planning, you've mapped out your year, it sounds overwhelming when you get started, but once you have a plan, you go in with an easy process. Now you can just sit back and harvest those rewards. Imagine now when you're doing a CMA, it takes 5 minutes because you already know the market. When you have a listing presentation, you don't have to describe all the homes that you've sold in the area because your geofarm contacts have seen it over and over again. When you leave for a listing presentation, you can leave 5 minutes before because you live right down the street. So geofarming is your strategy to have close, continuous business for the duration of your real estate career.